in double overtime.
Can't tell much of a difference in between.
You know what, Zach? It's no fun. I mean, I have to say, when I heard that, like, people actually watch this show, I was.
What is up, everybody? It's your boys coming at you. Shut up, Obama. Coming at you for another episode of Sports and Shenanigans, the podcast where we learn so that you don't have to. I don't know. I don't know why I just said that. I made myself way bigger. I'm the real man here. You're just sitting there like a fucking stoner with Obama up in your stupid half of the... Yeah, that's half. I think that looks like half. You get half, I get half.
Yeah, you're more important than me. Thanks, Obama.
Hey, we put the correct hierarchy in order, alright?
Yeah.
It's me, then you, in size, and then we put Obama. He's our fucking, like, lazy sidekick.
It doesn't matter if you like him or not. He still works for us. My taxes pay his salary.
So, how's your week been?
My
Good,
week
sir.
My week has been busy as shit. Yes, I cussed. First thing.
Oh my god. Cussing on the Sports Shenanigans podcast? That is not acceptable. You are a fucking disgrace, sir.
That's okay. I'll forgive
So, what do you think of have you been watching the playoffs so far? What have you thought?
It has been my determination to complete my goal and watch a freaking basketball game. And I haven't seen a single one yet.
I've only seen one from the start to the finish.
I was ready to go. I really was. And then, well, as you know, as lazy as I look, chilling here in a recliner with the, my feet up on the chair that the camera is pointing at me in. As lazy as I look, I've actually spent my whole life working my ass off, and I've got two kids that are teenagers now, and they're both in two different baseball or softball teams. And between those four teams, they have a practice or a game every single night. And when I say a game or practice every night, I'm being nice about it. Between the games and practices, there's usually at least two going on. And I have spent so much money on gas just getting my kids to their...
That sucks. At least gas is kind of cheap right now, so you're not going totally broke off of just gas alone.
Yeah, though I would use the word less expensive. Gas is inexpensive right now. I wouldn't call it cheap.
Not as expensive. And no, they'll find some way to, like, make it go back. Like, they'll find some way to get the price of gas to rise again. They're going to be like, oh, we're running out. Uh-oh, yeah. We're cutting our dependence on foreign oil. The price needs to go up. Which it does. The price of gas actually, like, for the economy's sake, should go up a bit.
Well, that's what I was going to say next. Like, if the gas prices start going up, they'll spin it off as a good thing. Oh, that means the economy's good.
It just needs to stabilize somewhere that, like, at a price range that makes sense. I don't actually know what that price is. I'd have to look into it. I was actually thinking about doing some research on that one of these nights, but haven't got around to it. So,
do you ever look at the prices before you fill up?
Almost never.
Yeah.
I know it's something like $2.95 right now, $2.98, something like that.
And I will be honest, I don't even have a clue. I will take your word for it. I can't remember the last time I actually looked at the prices, because the fact is, it does not matter what the price of gas is. I am not going to drive a single mile less or more depending on the gas price. Yeah. I will go to the exact same places. I will have to fill up at the exact same time.
That's a good point, actually. I guess
it does not matter what the gas price is.
We're so dependent. It's hilarious how dependent our society is on oil and fossil fuels in general. Because I mean, like, coal is a fossil fuel. That's how we get like 80% of our electricity. And I read recently that in comparison, you know how people think, like, oh, nuclear energy is, like, a scary thing, because, like, think about the ramifications of, setting nuclear reactions off, think about the waste and shit, when people don't even realize that the research is in, and it actually causes 100% or 100 times more radiation to be spewed into the atmosphere through the burning of coal for the exact same amount of energy that you could get out of one nuclear reaction. So, I mean, yeah, there is the possibility. There is the possibility of, you know, a nuclear meltdown. Our technology has improved a lot since the 1980s when that happened at
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
But and every now and then there's the occasional 8.0 earthquake that fucks up a Japan plant, but
I think that like measures can be taken and like technology is at a place where we can actually start to develop that. I don't think we should just be sitting on that, not doing anything to further our you know, uses of that in actual society. You know, it seems like we're only going to have the fossil fuels for so long, and then we're going to need to do something else, and that almost, to me, seems like one of the best possible alternatives that we have at the moment. So
yeah, as long as the technology to take advantage of nuclear power is kept up with the technology of how to contain it.
Speaking of nuclear power, I don't know how to spin that into a transition, but let's talk about the NBA a little bit. We'll talk about the powerhouse that is.
Oh yeah, the games today were nuclear. You guys should check them out.
You said nuclear again, dude. Stop. You're not George W. Bush, dude. Stop. You have to say nuclear. You gotta sound educated. Nuclear energy. Repeat after me. Nuclear energy is the energy of the future.
Nuclear energy is the energy.
God damn it, dude.
I did the same way you did.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. No. Okay.
It sounded the same to me.
You're just trolling me, dude.
No.
Quit trolling me. Alright, I'm gonna pull...
All of us white dudes all sound the same to me. I don't know.
I love making racist comments against white people, but but they're not ever really true. It's just like, oh yeah, that person did that thing because they're a white person. Even though it's something like they ate a breakfast burrito at Carl's, you know, like, oh yeah, he always goes there because he's a white person, you know. White people always go to Denny's. It's like not even a real stereotype, but you just pretend like it's a known stereotype of white people that, you know, they always, you know, turn their turn signal on too early or some shit. Anyway.
And now that we've discussed this, all of our black friends are now allowed to make fun of white people and just say they heard something, you know, their white friend told the joke first.
Yeah, did you know white people, like, eat a bowl and a half of cereal every day on average? That's pretty fucked up for some reason. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Why do white people like sour shit so much?
Alright, let's see here. Let's see if we can get this.
The television I watch sits on top of my basketball hoop. The television you watch sits on top of one that doesn't work.
Nice. Oh, wait. Where's the goddamn capture window?
I don't know. Don't cover up my pretty face.
What the?
Don't cover up my pretty face.
What's the deal? Alright, I gotta make a new capture window. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. We're going with a, you know, mid-surgery deviation of plans. Alright, there it is.
I call that improvise, adapt, and overcome. Well done, sir.
Alright. So, what do we got here? Oh, we don't want to be that big. We're going to get in the way of the numbers. So, this is the first day of the playoffs. Now, I have to say, first out the gate, this is the series, even though it's between a 4 seed and a 5 seed, that I do not give two shits about. Or it might be a 3 and a 6. I'm not actually totally sure. Washington Wizards and Toronto Raptors. I don't give like they have some decent players. Like Paul Pierce has made a name for himself in the NBA, but holy shit, you could not pay me to watch an entire one of these games. I don't care about these teams at all. I don't think either of them going anywhere. I think I've said that before. But
for the record, if he turns you down, I will take bribes to watch those games. If you want to pay
it's something you don't have the fucking time to do that, man. Come on.
Yeah, but if somebody was paying me, I'd make time.
What are you gonna charge them? $20 an hour?
No, to watch a basketball game?
Yeah.
Or to watch Washington versus Toronto?
And to watch this specific series.
Oh, $100 every half hour at least. $100 a quarter.
$100 a quarter. Yeah, but anyway, low scoring game. Washington wins by 6. Bleh, I don't even want to talk about that.
And I want a bonus $25 for every timeout.
All right, so now we got. Oop, shit. Oh, that's too far. Okay, so now we got a good series. Well, not even a good series, but like we can really kind of gauge how good the Golden State Warriors are because they're a few games in now, and we haven't really seen them like how they go into the playoffs as a number one seed, considered by most people to be the best team in the NBA. But I didn't realize that the New Orleans Pelicans were actually such a decent and kind of like unhyped, kind of like an unhyped team overall.
They are outmatched playing against Golden State, just like their record showed. But what they do have is some heart, dude. They've been kicking butt. Right now, Golden State Warriors have won every game, but most of the games have actually been pretty tough.
They've all been within 10 points, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there have been bigger leads than that throughout the game, but one team or the other would always come back. And today's game in particular, which I'm getting the impression that we're going to get to it, so I'm not going to spoil it yet. But there's but there've been some really close games.
Anthony Davis, dude, that guy is awesome. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so you know the story of Samson in the Bible, where Samson had like the really long hair, and it gave him like these powers to like, like tear down pillars and like kill a bunch of lions, and
his hair gave him that, or
yeah, he had long hair, and it gave him the power to like kill 300 people with like the like leg bone of an ox or something at one point, and and so but like when they cut his hair, like his wife like betrayed him, and then they cut his hair off, and they sold him basically as a slave to a nation that was the enemy of the Israelites, or the Jewish people, basically.
Got it.
And so he got his power from his hair, right? I think Anthony Davis, there's something behind that unibrow, dude. He's harnessing like some godlike abilities, and it has to do with that fucking unibrow, because every time I fucking see him on the free throw line, he's just like looking up at the basket. The only thing I can fucking look at is his unibrow. I don't it's so thick. And do you know what the crazy part is? For having a unibrow, that guy gets way more pussy than probably any other man that has a unibrow.
That has that same unibrow.
I mean, like, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe he wants to be like, I'm such a man that I would never, like, shave that hair off my body, or, like, get it waxed or whatever. Like, I'm gonna live with that unibrow because I'm that much of a fucking man. And look at this. He got...
like Puff Daddy wearing a pink shirt.
He got 35 points in the first game against the Warriors. So, I mean, he outscored Stephen
Curry.
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry?
Man,
Stephen spells his name the same way a Steven that I know.
Yes, that's the part that I always mess up. Because, like, Steven and Stephen are spelled the exact same fucking way.
The only reason why I know it's Stephen is because I've heard them call him Steph Curry, so I'm assuming it's Stephen.
I want there to be, like, an Indian restaurant somewhere that actually creates a dish called Stephen Curry. And they just, like... I don't know what they do to it. They put, like, way more fucking spices in it or something than normal, just so that you're like...
My mother introduced me to a pretty damn good Indian restaurant. I wish I knew what it was called. I wish I could remember what it was called. But I'm going to check that place out again. It was good. So, by the way, if you ever move to Anchorage, visit Anchorage, we do have good Indian food.
It was probably called, like, Kui Long Karai cuisine.
Something like that.
Yeah, they always have... Well, not always. Sometimes they'll just name their... I swear to God, sometimes the... You know how... Well, okay, this is a stereotype. But you know how a lot of the foreign restaurants, or non-American, non-traditional American cuisine, the restaurants are usually run by people of that actual descent. Like a sushi place is run by people who are like from a migrant family of Japan, or you know, like Chinese restaurants have a lot of like, it seems like their second language is English and their first language is Chinese. Dude, it'd be shicey as fuck if some of those people are just completely American and they speak with 100% like normal American accent, and they fake the like shitty Chinese accent just to like seem more legit. But anyways, it seems like
I can see that.
It seems like they always come over and they actually are of that heritage. And so I forgot where I was going with this now.
Well, I'll take it from somewhere. There's this restaurant off International Road.
Oh,
I will not say what. Go ahead, please. Don't lose your thought.
So it seems like they just don't they don't give a shit about the English language enough to like come up with a creative name for their place. So that you'll get up a lot of places like Sushi Wow, or like Or like good China food or something. Okay, that one's probably a little bit too weird. But like
fly in.
Good China food. But sometimes they'll just name their fucking restaurant after the street that it's on. It's like Diamond Vietnamese cuisine, you know, because it's on Diamond Road, or like Arctic Korean barbecue or something like that. It seems like that's their strategy. If they can't come up with, you know, any lame positive American adjective and then the name of their food, basically.
I've noticed the same thing.
Okay. Anyways, so off of international, you were saying. Someplace off.
I was only going to bring up that there was this restaurant I used to love ordering from. They've gone downhill. I don't know why. Maybe they got new employees, new management. Maybe the owners are getting older. Maybe somebody's sick. I don't know. But this place I used to order from all the time for delivery. Excuse me. We would order it at work, and they made. They were. I guess it was a Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
Their menu, they have pizza, they have Chinese food,
Dude,
they have burgers, they have sub sandwiches, salads,
okay.
I mean, anything you could freaking imagine, they've got it here, okay?
Okay.
Now, they're all Chinese, you call in your order, you cannot understand a word the lady is saying, but their Chinese food sucks, but their burgers were fucking fantastic. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, therefore, okay, I think I know that, let me add 2 points to this. I think I know the name of this place. Was it called China Tea and Pizza Garden or something like that?
That sounds awesome. No,
because that not only that reinforces my point of like they just have really lame names to their restaurant. Chinese Tea and Pizza Garden, but they did do Chinese food and pizza in American shit. But
that's not it. But even if you got it right, I wouldn't tell you because I don't want to get sued for slander. But
whatever, dude. There's fucking food critics that exist in this world where their job is to go to your restaurant. No matter how decent some people or great some people think it is, they come and they slam you for every little tiny stupid detail of your store.
Yeah, but those critics have to give. They sort of give the kitchen staff I think you have to give the restaurants a heads up if the critique of that particular visit is going to be posted.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not positive about this, but I believe that's the case.
Interesting. So they gives them a chance to actually like pull their shit together for a dish.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, like when I was a teenager working at.
But that's almost like dishonest. I feel like that's almost dishonest in a way, because then it's like, oh yeah, I'm the you know like the food critic, this famous food critic. So yeah, you better like do better than you normally do.
Yeah, you better be on your top game, right?
Yeah, which you're not gonna ever do for your normal customers. You know, who gives a fuck? Like they're not gonna put an extra piece of parsley, you know, and like garnish it extra nice, make sure all the portions are correct and all that shit. For your average guy, they're just gonna like fucking slap some noodles on a plate or whatever. You know?
No, but as somebody who's worked in the restaurant business, there was a lot of times where if employees were slacking on certain principles the restaurant normally holds pretty dear, then eventually, you know, we'd have one of those scheduled visits where corporate would come up and, you know, check things out, and everything would be, you know, we'd spend a whole week just like detail cleaning the restaurant, like pulling everything out and just making sure everything's like perfect. You know, we're talking scrubbing every inch of the place.
Yep.
It ends up being pretty good for the restaurant, and it also gives good managers an opportunity to say, all right, so we were able to pull this off this day and impress these corporate guys. There is absolutely zero reason why we can't do this every day. And it does not last very long, but it's better than not ever trying it.
Yeah.
And it ends up helping.
Well, part of it is because like, you know, if it depends on how much they're paying their employees, because like when you pay your employees enough that they feel good about their job and they feel good about the place that they work at, they're going to try harder to make that place like a good, like genuinely good, reputable business. But if you're at fucking McDonald's and you're only there because you're like, I need to get this paycheck so I can get groceries and pay my rent this month. You know, who gives a fuck how much, like, if you're putting like twice as much ketchup as you should be on the hamburgers or whatever, you know, like, nobody cares. It's like...
I know nobody cares because I've been a manager in those situations and it pisses me off. The work ethic of this generation pisses me off. It really does.
Well,
like me, it did not matter how much money I was making. Like I could be making $5.65 an hour, and I was still working as hard as I could because I felt like I owed that to whoever was giving me a paycheck. Period. It was my fault for applying.
You would have been a fucking terrible slave, because you would have been the slave that's like, no, brothers, we don't need to be free. We don't need to work for like, you know, greater things in our future or whatever. Like try to become like more, or you know, like work for rights that we deserve and all that shit. We need to be the best we can for our master so we don't get whooped. Like,
I didn't mean to give the impression that I was gonna hold anybody else down. I was just trying to express that. I mean,
I get that.
Work, you freaking work. I mean, if you're not working as hard, if you're not accomplishing as much as you know you can, if you're slacking off, that's, I mean,
you have no one to blame but yourself or whatever. But
I mean, why would you deserve a raise?
Sure.
Like, I mean, you feel like, well, I'm only making
no,
this
and I
much
get that
because I'm
but
worth so much.
But
if you don't actually do it, then you're not worth that fucking much.
Sure, but at the same time, like, what makes you think that you're ever gonna get a raise? Like, what kind of environment are you working in that makes you think you even have a chance of getting a raise? Like, a lot of those people don't even really have a realistic chance of getting a decent raise. You know,
when I was 19 or 17 and working at Taco Bell, I was not going to get rich working my ass
sure,
off.
No.
But what I did get was I got raises a lot. They were all little raises. I got a lot of little raises here and there. But I mean, when I was working at Taco Bell, I mean, it never took me 6 months to get a raise. Ever.
Okay, well, yeah, you might have been getting raises, but those raises were like, they were just like hedging their bets so that it's like, okay, we got to keep this guy, but we're not going to, like, you know, pay him what he actually deserves. I highly doubt that even if you honestly look at it, you probably weren't getting paid what you deserved for how much you were doing.
And I never felt I did, but even now, the job I have now, which is significantly different than the restaurant business, I know for a fact I am way underpaid. Considering what I accomplish and what I'm responsible for. It's absolutely ridiculous. In fact, I freaking hate and lately I've actually been bitching about my job a lot. I hate being that guy. I hate it so much. So I'm usually
sometimes
so
there's a good reason to bitch about, like, if the working conditions are shitty in certain ways, it's worth it to voice that.
Yeah, but how? It is under my control to change that, and yet, so therefore I have no right to bitch. I mean, because
what do you mean?
I could get a different job.
Do you mean, okay, it's under your control to change that, right?
My employers do not owe me anything.
Right. So you're saying you could quit.
Me.
But, like,
if I want more, I should quit and go apply to work someplace that would
so you've already
to pay more.
You've taken a step that most, like, a majority of people don't take for within their jobs, where you have said, I want to put this business, like, I want to make this business look good, but you don't have, like, they haven't taken the idea of, like, wages off of your mind. You still, like, think, man, I should be getting paid way more for this. If that wasn't a thing, all of that stuff would just come naturally. That's what studies have shown. When you pay people a certain amount, like, pay people enough, they actually just want to do a good job. You know.
See, and I found the opposite. Like, I've had employees that once you gave them the money they were looking for, they slacked off. No, it doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter how many raises.
So you're saying that because
it depends on the personality, because there are some people
right.
You can give
that's
raise
what I
after
was
raise
leading
after
into.
Raise. I mean, you could double their wage and they will still not be satisfied
with how much they're being paid.
Right.
Well, okay, that's some people, I guess.
But
what I was gonna say is that you have a higher work ethic than, like, almost anyone that I know. Like,
I have a higher work ethic than anybody I've ever met.
So, why are we taking you, the clear outlier of, you know, the workforce, and being like, why can't everybody be me? Because you're way different than, like,
everybody should strive to be like me.
I guess that's not, like,
that came out of nowhere. That was a little vain.
He's got the greatest work ethic of anyone I know, and he's really humble. Anyway, I know that was a joke, but
and actually, you know what? I will take that back. I've met a lot of people that have really good work ethics, and I won't pretend like I'm all alone, all by myself on this freaking pedestal. There's I have met a lot of people that there's a lot of people that I'm glad I've worked with, but by far the majority is disappointing. I mean, not that I expect them to be my level of being able to accomplish shit, but the complete lack of self-respect when it comes to work. I mean, like, really, you want to be that guy? I mean, you would rather not get anything done than avoid having people talk about how lazy you are behind your back?
Yeah. No, and there's some truth to that. But the original thing we were talking about is like
Actually, I kind of forgot what it was.
when people are being paid like low amounts of money, how do you get them to care about their job? Is what we were originally talking about. I think
you're right, and I was being a negative Nancy and talking about.
And you're like, you should care. Like, not everyone is you. Not everyone like. It bothers them if they're not doing an awesome job, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm saying...
But I seriously took pride in the fact that I could accomplish more than 5 other fucking people. Like, I can replace 5 employees at every place I've ever worked at.
And at my work, like, I happen to be kind of similar to you, where it's like, I can see that I'm doing more than everybody else. Like, I can see that I'm actually, like, getting more done and, like, doing things that I don't, like... that other people should probably be doing every once in a while, and I shouldn't be covering for this and that and all the others and every like little occurrence that, and I just don't complain about it, you know. I don't complain, but like what that leads to is that leads to like actually like a functional work environment, as opposed to the asshole people that fucking ride everyone's ass because they like, oh, you didn't pick up this gum wrapper that you left on the counter. That's totally unprofessional. I should have you written up for this or fired. Like. That's like legitimately some people that that are managers or whatever, you know. Yep. Like, and I don't know. I don't feel like that does that literally does the opposite. You know, like you're saying, you work hard, you bust your ass. Like you may get underpaid, but like you're gonna have a good work environment. You like 9 times out of 10. Yep. If you do the opposite, you do nothing other than like fucking like annoy people with your whiny bitch ass and complain that nobody does anything around here. Then
I like to think I'm a pretty cool boss. I don't do that to my guys. I mean, I'm just and I am grateful that they show up for work on time every day, and I will say so. Like that's a.
You just get annoyed that you have to like ask them to do shit that they know should be done. No, is that the deal?
The employees I've got, I care a lot about. They're good friends of mine, but neither one of them are problem solvers, which makes my job so much harder.
Aww.
And it's not, and I don't. And I'm saying this on air live. I mean, if they're watching this, they're going to go, yep, he's told us that before. I mean, it's not like I'm talking shit behind their back.
You're going to be at work tomorrow morning. They'll be like, oh, what'd you do last night? Podcast? Oh, I'll have to check that out later. Just don't.
Watch this one.
No.
You won't get it.
Yeah, it's boring. Hockey, which we haven't even fucking talked about sports at all yet, really. Yeah, we got off on a tangent about... Because I said Stephen Curry would be a cool like Indian food dish, and so now we've gone from like I don't even know because I think
we've got from
I just
restaurant talk to underappreciated masses.
I was even like I remember the point I was gonna make. You know how you're saying that or I originally brought up like, oh, they just faked they just faked all the accents and stuff. When you said awesome. When you said that the American food was way better than the Chinese food, I'm like, they gotta be faking those accents, dude. We're onto something here. This is like Illuminati level shit. All right. Okay, so maybe we should get back to sports a little bit. I don't know.
All right, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna grab a beer.
That's right. Alright, I need a sec to readjust the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fucking tangent, though. Alright, so we have... Let's see here. Man, I'm sad we don't got anyone joining us. Oh, by the way, a bit of an announcement here. Ginger was mentioning earlier how he's been really busy with baseball and stuff. We don't know if we're going to be able to do the podcast as much in winter. I know all 15 of you who ever watch this show are so sad right now.
They're sighing in relief right now.
Like God,
I don't have to watch your shit.
Thank God. Thank God. Drunk guy's not going to be bothering me to watch his shitty show anymore. But so yeah, we might not be doing so much this summer. We'll probably do a couple episodes here or there. Maybe touch on baseball, or we might just do some like gaming stuff. Might play some old school video games for like an hour or so and just post that.
I forgot to put the Nintendo in my truck.
That's okay, man. Right, we don't need it yet. So
yeah, but now I want to play some freaking GoldenEye. Shit.
Yeah, we'll play some GoldenEye, some Mario 64, Smash Brothers, whatever we can find. But yeah, so not so many podcasts coming this summer. So we're gonna have a nice long summer. Not sitting in front of computers, hopefully, but League of Legends will probably dictate that.
Agreed.
Anyway.
Now that these guys have gotten me addicted to that freaking game.
All right.
It's taking up all my time.
Yeah.
They say I'm lazy, but
you got me re-addicted to it in ways. Look how tiny you are. Look how tiny I fucking made you. You piece of shit. Look how tiny I made me. All right, so moving on. Let's go on to the next. Wait, oh no, Chicago. We want to talk about Chicago because
Chicago kicks ass. Go Bulls! You're making Michael Jordan proud.
Wait, what?
Oh, never mind.
Why the fuck? It's all fucked up. It's not working. Oh, it's locked onto the window. Wait. Yeah, dude, I didn't realize that. All right, anyway. So God, I have to like move you. All right. That's so okay. Milwaukee and Chicago.
I got a face for radio anyway. You just need to hear me.
Yeah, there you go.
Just take me out of
So they won this game pretty handily. 12 points. Let's see. They outscored them in every single quarter by at least 1 point. Good.
And this is the first game of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, this is the first round. And I can't scroll over
91-82
for some reason, which Oh, that's because it's over here. All right. So Jimmy Butler putting his carry pants on. Pau Gasol getting his assist. Dude, Pau and Marc Gasol. I love those guys. Derrick Rose, I guess he did come in on the first game of the playoffs. Damn. He got 7 assists. But I thought he came in the second game. Whatever. Good job, Chicago. So
try to get his sea legs back, yeah.
So Golden State, we knew. Washington, Toronto, we didn't give a fuck. Chicago, we're
check out the guy for the Pelicans. Quincy Poindexter. Really?
Nerd!
Is that how you pronounce that, Poindexter?
Yeah. Right. Pondexter, I don't know.
One or
the
other. Does he have the his last name was Sally. Fuck, what was his first name?
Sally?
I'm
Wait.
trying to think the Sally glasses. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I totally think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name. Oh, shit. Almost clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, my memory sucks. Too old.
Alright, that'll be better because it won't be locked to the window.
I gotta look it up now. Damn it.
We're gonna have to draw. Oh, no, we won't. Alright, so moving on. Sorry, the pace. The pace is a little bit bad on this right now, just because I'm really bad at computers.
Who was that third game? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Alright.
Oh, shit. I'm bad at computers, I'm sorry. Alright, so we got Brooklyn and Atlanta.
Hopefully everybody went out and took a piss about a minute and a half ago, because that was the perfect time.
Why did you have to say that? No, I have to be. Alright, so
sorry.
Brooklyn and Atlanta. So we talked about this a little bit last podcast, where Atlanta, some of their players went to jail. I think they probably got bailed out to play, because they're doing fine so far. I don't know. I guess that didn't hurt them as much as we thought.
Are they doing fine, or the team they're playing wish they were doing at least fine? Yeah.
Well, Kyle Korver's killing it. He's back in, and James Teague is a great player, so he'll probably keep doing well. Joe Johnson, I don't even know who that is. But so 92-99, decent win. Not super convincing, but whatever. All right, go over these stats after me.
Got Portland. It. No, son of a bitch. Right, what's next? Okay, so Brooklyn and Atlanta. We're pretty sure Atlanta's going to sweep that anyway. Alright, so we got Portland and Memphis. Trailblazers and Memphis. Memphis, what are they, the Grizzlies? Shit, I don't know. But they won 100-86. Good for them. Oh, yeah. There's probably several people out there listening and not even seeing the computer screen that that we're broadcasting on. But, we've got some games. You know what? I'm just going to stop talking. I don't know anything about what the fuck's going on. We're waiting for Drunk Guy to get back.
Oh my god, I feel so much better now.
I would have too.
Wait, do you have to pee too?
I will shortly, yeah.
No, just go right now.
I'm going to push it.
This is the pee break. We need like a pee break, like doo doo doo. Some elevator music is playing. Doo 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 doo. Pee break, pee break.
It does not work out good for me at all to argue with you. I'll be back.
Because the more you argue, the more the pee swells in your bladder.
See, my goal is if I hold it for a while, I may pee twice as long when I get started, but I get to go twice as long without peeing. And also, you ever notice how when you have to pee for so long, and you gotta pee so bad, and then you finally get to pee, And then you get a little pee orgy where all the freaking...
Pee orgy?
The pee orgy, yeah. Where you finally get to piss and you're like, ah!
I wish I could have the camera on your face right there. You mean orgasm, not orgy. You're just like, everyone's like peeing on each other like pee orgy.
How gross. I didn't even think of that. Sorry for that visual, guys.
Pee orgy. Alright, I'll give you a little lecture on why you shouldn't hold your pee for too long. So...
can you pull up the Jim Carrey and Liar Liar, that scene in the courtroom and he explains... Oh, never mind. It's too late now.
Just go pee. Go pee. We need to talk about sports. We're wasting time.
I don't want to smoke half a cigarette while I'm peeing now.
Okay.
I gotta find my cigarette.
There's one out just on the porch to the right. Alright. So anyways, the reason you shouldn't hold your pee... Okay, this is a health announcement. This is a health announcement from the Sports and Shenanigans podcast, brought to you by AT&T. Live your way, or whatever the fuck their thingy is. So the human bladder has sensory nerves that are alerted when the bladder reaches a full, like a high capacity or a high volume of urine, and those sensory nerves may become desensitized if they are stressed for too long, meaning that long periods of time or often occurrences of holding too much pee in your bladder can cause those nerves to become desensitized, and that means that you can actually accidentally pee yourself sometimes, and nobody likes that. So, because you're just like when you hold your poop in, your body automatically will do it. I forget I think it's called the autonomic nervous system. Will automatically flex the muscles around your bladder to hold it, or basically keep it from releasing the urine. Just like with your butt, your rectal muscles will constantly be flexing to keep the poop inside of your butt. If those muscles are not being told because the nerves are desensitized and no longer transmit that information that your bladder muscles should be tense because there's lots of pee in there, they will release and you'll pee your pants. This is the end of the announcement.
Write that down, you guys. This is good. It's good advice. I got back just in time to hear it. Oh man, I did come in just in time to laugh my ass off. That was good.
He walked in right as I said something about like poop, like your rectal muscles will hold your poop in.
Like, hey, mine too.
Alright, get your fucking ginger ass head out of the way. Alright, so
you're talking shit about my ginger ass head, and you just deprived me of a pee orgasm.
It's called a pee-gasm, you idiot.
A pee-gasm, that's what I meant to say. Okay, I didn't really. I forgot all about that word.
Well, you shouldn't have. You should have remembered it. Alright, so, San Antonio Spurs. Now, what's interesting about this team is they make the playoffs like every season. Holy shit. And they won last year. So, they're coming off of a win. And, I don't know what it is about Tim Duncan. I heard some stat like, oh, man.
Tim Duncan's been playing since I was a kid.
I heard that Tim Duncan has played something along the lines of like 250 playoff games in his career.
Wow.
Like, you should look it up right now. How many playoff games he's played. But anyways, he's still doing pretty good right now in this series right here. Yeah, they lost the game here by 15. The Clippers had a really strong game here. They actually haven't been performing quite as strong, which we'll see coming up. But yeah, they had a really strong performance here in comparison to the rest of the series that they've done so far. So anyway, Chris Paul kicking some ass. DeAndre Jordan, he's a boss. Like, I didn't realize how stacked the LA Clippers roster actually was. Because Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin are all pretty much bosses. So, watch out for them.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's number one.
How many does he have?
What was he current? 236. 236 playoff games.
I mean, that's a ton. If you think about it, like, what's the most you'd play in a season? About, like, 10, 15? So he plays 15 in, like, over the course of, like, 15 seasons, then, damn, yeah, that's about it. Anyways, so, LA Clippers looking strong after the first game, so we're moving on to the next set of games. So you can always, like, check out for yourself the series lead if you want to see, underneath.
Should we flash forward to today's games?
No, we can go over these. We just gotta not get distracted again.
Okay.
God damn it. Alright. So, Milwaukee, Chicago. Chicago wins another one. Jimmy Butler looking strong again. Derrick Rose with the assists. I don't know why he wasn't... Like, Jimmy Butler's just been stepping up for the playoffs, I guess. Like, he's been awesome. And look at this shit. Your teams both played. They both won again. Where's my mouse? Alright. Now...
What am I going to do if they end up playing each other?
Okay, how do you say this guy's fucking name? Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. I bet that guy was a nightmare.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Well, I bet that was a nightmare.
Antetokounmpo.
Tokenpo? What the fuck? Tokenpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Anti-Tokenpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Right. So anyway, good game for them. Golden State Warriors win another one by 10. Who did well? Klay Thompson stepped up. One of the Splash Brothers, of course. Steph Curry with the assists. Anthony Davis had another awesome game. Dude, that guy's get, like, if they make good moves in the offseason, I could see this team stepping up for next year. And same with OKC. I think it's almost a criminal that they're not in the playoffs. But I guess it's cool to see this team, the New Orleans Pelicans, in their place, which actually is kind of like it seems to be an up-and-coming team. Even though they're losing to the GSW, they totally deserve to be in the playoffs. I see now. I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, man, what is this shit team? I never even heard of them. What are they doing in the playoffs? But they're looking a lot better than I gave them the original or initial credit for. Where's my mouse? All right. Next set. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. All right. Now, get your head out of the way. Okay, so Boston and Cleveland. This series is like... I think this is the most cut and dry, like, win of the whole playoffs. Even though there's some decent players on Boston. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. There's some okay players on Boston. But they're clearly so outmatched.
Isaiah Thomas, he's been playing forever now, too. He was playing back when I was still watching.
Yeah, that is true. So
he was a young guy back when Jordan was playing, but
yeah,
he's still... Yeah.
Boston is just so outmatched. Like, just the star power alone. The individual playmaking ability of these guys is insane. Washington goes up 2-0 against Toronto.
Hey, random
Oh
guest.
my God.
What's up, sports and shenanigans?
Yo. So we're just going over some basketball. We're getting done with that. We're doing some hockey. Then we're going to go into shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
We should try to just, like, speed through this bullshit.
Our shenanigans are...
All right, but for today's NBA games, I got to read the recap because they're actually pretty epic.
Okay. We'll read the recap then. Actually, we should vote on best series after we're done. Best series so far, and like which series you're looking forward to the most, like seeing how it plays out in the future. So anyway, Washington, Toronto, boring as shit. I'll put your face over their scores. Our faces go over their individual scores because nobody cares. All right.
I told you could just ask me. I got a face for radio.
I got a face for radio.
Okay, Dallas and Houston.
Shut up, man.
Dude.
You're a beautiful man and you know it. Don't lie to yourself.
Thank you for joining us, by the way, man. Appreciate you. You just missed the most hilarious conversation that we had. I don't even remember what it was about, but it was fucking hilarious.
Something about fake accents and Chinese land, and then
yeah, it was like about Chinese. Like we had like a bunch of conspiracy theories about Asian restaurants, basically.
Nice.
Like the ones that do more than just Chinese food, how their Chinese food sucks, but their burgers are awesome.
Right. Which is a little weird.
And I was saying that it's just a whole put on, the whole like the accent thing. There, a lot of them are just native
it's all just fake.
English speaking. That's why their burgers are better than their fucking Chinese food, because it's all a facade to sell you an image of like.
We're just pretending to be Asian because. We can't sell food if we're not.
You know, like Taco Bell's better than most Mexican restaurants.
Oh God, that's ridiculous. Well, I would have been here sooner because I was planning on swinging by right after my Frolf game, but then I got this text message from this cute girl that was like, "Hey, you should come have a drink," and I was like, "Well, all right."
I thought you were gonna say it got a text message that said something sexual on it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Actually, funny enough, there was a few text messages back and forth that were reasonably sexual. Hilarious, actually. Wait. Quick story. I'm sorry. We're starting Shenanigans early.
we've had Shenanigans like the whole time so far.
Perfect. So Shenanigans. Quick story. Fuck you for putting a camera on me.
Oh, I forgot you didn't like that. Anyway, we need it.
You're
But either way, come on now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, tell your fucking story, dude.
All right, so quickly, like, had a friend, broke up with his wife. They were apart for a while. Randomly ran into her at the bar a couple times. Cute chick, whatever. Chatted with her. Not going anywhere, just friends. Not the point. Exchanged numbers. She texted me randomly out of nowhere a while ago and was like, "Hey, is this Zach?" And I was like, "Well, yeah," because I didn't know who it was. And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, see, like, so I hooked up with this guy named Zach a few months ago at this number, and like, now I'm pregnant. So can we maybe meet up and talk?"
Oh shit, dude!
And I was like, "Whoa." Like, whoa. So that was like, yeah, funny, haha. Then we figured out who it was, and it was a joke, and it was like, okay, like, fine.
Oh, she was just fucking. That is not jokeable material. That you're gonna be a parent now. That's
Agreed.
never funny. Ugh.
Agreed. I didn't think it was funny either. So I had my revenge tonight. I texted her randomly and was like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" She's like, "Who's this?" And I was like, "Oh,
This is my.
you don't know?" And she's like, "Oh, I got a new phone." And I was like, "Oh, well, so I hooked up with this chick a couple weeks ago, and I just got back from the doctor, and I think you should have yourself checked out."
Yes. Yes. That's
like,
awesome.
"Take it, bitch!" You gonna joke about being pregnant? Guess what? Who's got VD? Like,
All right, fix your camera.
her immediate response was, "That's not funny. Who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, it is."
Bitch.
Like, that shit's hilarious. That's what you get for joking about being pregnant. Then she knew who it was and laughed. But it was just like,
Or
There you go.
she laughed out loud, I take it.
Had a happy ending to the story.
yeah, that was hilarious though. It was like the perfect opportunity. I was like, instant revenge.
Yo,
I can't believe you gave me this opportunity.
You're like, looking at this voodoo doll that you made of her, like, finally the opportunity has arisen.
Like, you're the reason why she broke her phone.
Alright, so...
Alright, sorry, back to hockey.
No, this is basketball.
Oh, basketball.
But anyway,
My bad.
I want to just say that I'm stoked on the
Sorry.
Rockets. I actually, I would almost like to abandon the Memphis Grizzlies, even though they're winning their series quite handily. I like the Houston Rockets a lot, dude. Just watch them play. Pretty impressed with their players. They're winning their series as well. So, I mean, I think this is an open shut case. I think Dallas actually won one game, but I'm not sure. We'll find out in a sec.
And back in my day, we had the Rockets had a Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Cassell.
Oops.
They were badass.
Yeah, the Rockets, but now they have Harden, the up and coming star or whatever, because he wasn't
Is he the
supposed
young
to be. He's
James
the guy
Harden?
with the big beard.
Oh.
But
I like men with beards because I have a beard.
That's gay. That's gay.
You're gay.
Thank
Shut up.
goodness that's not what she said. I like men with beards because I have a beard.
Atlanta wins again. Okay. I didn't think Brooklyn was. I don't remember what their record was coming into this, but it was clearly below 50%. I didn't expect them to go anywhere. And even a weakened Atlanta team is going to just destroy them. I mean, it's 5 points. Yeah, whatever. I have a feeling they're going to win this
And-
series 4-0.
Yeah, and they're in New York, and right now New York is having a hard time with their teams.
Hey, you guys get a few minutes basketball left? You can go into Shenanigans?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back.
We will see you in a bit.
Random guest will be back in ETA roughly 15 minutes.
Memphis just crushed the Portland Trailblazers, dude. They have Portland just can't keep up. There's too many threats on Memphis. It's one of those teams like the Spurs of last year where it's not one person scoring the ball. They have good ball movement. Everybody can take it in. Everybody can shoot from range. I just like the layout of the team, you know? And a lot of times the way you beat bad defensive teams like Portland that have high point scoring players like LaMarcus Aldridge and stuff, the way you beat those teams is with like really good ball movement and high conversion percentage combined with like solid defense towards like, you know, like shutting down their main scorers. Like, and that's what Memphis has. The only problem is when they run into a team later in the playoffs where there's like 2 or 3 really good offensive threats. Like if they ever hit I guess if they hit the Warriors, it would be in the semis maybe. No, it'd be in the division finals. So if they hit them there, the conference finals, whatever. That would be where they probably run into a problem. Because I even think their record throughout the season was actually negative against Golden State. But they do have a solid setup. I think they could beat almost any team in the last remaining 16.
Except for the Bulls or the Warriors, because they're awesome.
I don't know. I think they could probably beat the Bulls. That'd be an awesome game to see. I wish we could see that game. I don't think we'll be able to, though. We'll see, though. I actually don't know how the layout is set up, so...
I don't either.
I'd have to pull up our shitty, like, MS Paint version.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter yet.
Yeah. Okay, oh, they did win a game. Oh, it's 1-1. Damn, dude. Tim Duncan went off like a boss. I even think I watched the highlights for this game. So Blake Griffin couldn't like pull it together and win the game for the team.
29 points out of Blake Griffin and 11 assists was not enough.
Yeah, they got to have DeAndre going off as well. And who's the other guy?
Now Tim Duncan's getting 28 points and 11 rebounds. Jeez. And this Boris guy,
Boris Diaw.
So 6 assists is the most assists anybody got on the Spurs.
But assists don't get that high up because like what qualifies as an assist is like, I'm pretty sure what qualifies as an assist is somebody like already charging or like gets a pass while they're already charging the basket.
Yeah, but Blake Griffin got 11. Why can't somebody on the Spurs get?
Because he had a lot of pressure. Like he was going off this game, so they were like, oh, and like halfway through the game, like shut down Blake. That's they're like the only chance they have this game is Blake. So Blake starts passing it when he goes into the inside of the paint, and then gets like 11 assists. So
that's good. Michael Jordan used to get a bunch of assists too, even though he was a scoring machine. And it was because they have to double team him, which leaves somebody open. And there was about 8 years in a row where the Bulls had 5 people that could freaking score.
Oh, this is that game you were talking about that went into overtime.
Is this today's?
Yeah. See, when I took this screenshot, it was the end of the fourth quarter, and the score is 108-108.
All right, so that's Warriors and Pelicans.
Mm-hmm. So are you gonna read the Cleveland or Boston or Cleveland Boston or?
Well, let's do the Warriors and Pelicans first.
Okay.
Because that'll be quick.
So you're just gonna?
Yeah, I'll read it real quick. During that game, okay, they're gonna talk about Stephen Curran's shot. Stephen Curran's. They're gonna talk about Steph Curry's shot for a long time. A 3-pointer from the corner with 2 players charging right at him. But this Warriors comeback started closer to the rim. Curry knocked down a game-tying 3-pointer in the final seconds of regulation, and number 1 seeded Golden State beat New Orleans 123-119 in overtime on Thursday night to take a 3-0 lead in the first-round series. Curry's shot brought the Warriors all the way back from a 20-point deficit at the end of the third quarter, and came after the team's 10th offensive rebound of the fourth quarter on a Curry miss. I'm going to have to watch the tape, Warriors coach Steve Kerr said, failing to find words to explain the comeback. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm as startled as anyone else. Yeah, go coach. Golden's way to give the credit to your players. Good job. All right, Golden State, which was pestered by the 8th-seeded Pelicans while winning games 1 and 2 at home, will have a chance to close out the series on Saturday. The Pelicans will play host again, but are facing historically bad odds. No NBA team has ever won a postseason series down 3-0, and trying to do it after a letdown as big as this might put them in an even steeper hole. The Warriors were only the 3rd team in NBA history to win a playoff game after trailing by 20 points entering the fourth quarter. We are all feeling like dirt right now, said the New Orleans coach. You want to build your players up, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. Curry was 7 from 18. from long distance and had 40 points, including 7 in overtime, which he opened with a three to give the Warriors the lead for the first time since there were 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Thompson added 28 points. Anthony Davis had 29 points and 15 rebounds for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson contributed off the bench, scoring 26. Nice job. And then it goes on and on.
Is that basically the gist of it?
That's basically the gist of it.
Dude,
Right.
look at this score. Like, look at this score sheet though. 25 to 26 in the first, 27 to 37 in the second, 17 to 26 in the third. So coming into the fourth quarter, the New Orleans Pelicans thought they had this game.
Yep,
Like they were ahead by like 21 or something like that.
They were beating
or
Golden
20,
State
I guess it would
every
be.
single period, and all of a sudden the fourth quarter comes around. And they're like,
They
know
scored
what?
40 fucking points in one quarter.
They're like, you know what? We're clutch. We're not gonna miss in the fourth quarter.
Holy
Fuck that.
shit, dude. That's kind of like, that's actually a really good sign for them going further into the playoffs. Because, like it said, they're probably going through. Let's see here. But yeah, that's pretty insane. Steve Curry, Ryan Anderson.
All right, so they were down by 20 after 3 quarters. In just the fourth quarter and overtime alone, they outscored the Pelicans. Oh crap! What is it? 54 to 30.
Holy shit. The Pelicans only scored 11 in overtime. And they scored 25. Damn. Alright.
Wow.
So pretty crazy comeback win for Golden State. But, you know, I don't even think it mattered if they lost that game. They would win the series anyway, in my book.
It comes down to 3-pointers. Golden State hit 14 3-pointers, and the Pelicans only hit 6.
The fucking Splash Brothers, dude. Like, that's what they're doing right now. They're just, like, nailing threes all
Oh,
the
look
time.
at this. Offensive rebounds, 22 to 13. That's got to help your team.
Yeah. Anyway. Alright, moving on. Okay, so we end up with a bunch of, like, 3-0s, we end up with a bunch of 3-0s. Out of these 3-0s, do you think that any team loses a game? Do you think that Cleveland, Chicago, or Golden State lose a game?
I think it's more likely that Chicago loses, just like you were talking about before. I don't know about the competition, but I know, because the first 2 games are played at home by the team with the better seed. So they won both of those games handily because they had the home court advantage. And then the third game they won on the road. Both teams did. So they're up 3-0 now. If they're going to lose a game, it'd be this game while they're on the road. And while the other team's trying not to get embarrassed.
I mean, that's reasonable enough.
And I think...
and I think what I heard coming into the playoffs is Milwaukee was actually a reasonably up-and-coming team. So...
Right. And so they're going to do
So you think Boston gets closed out 4-0 against Cleveland? LeBron, Irving, and Kevin Love.
Yes, I don't see that matchup going anywhere. I think if
Do you think Golden State wins 4-0? You think that was the closest call they want to come to a defeat against them?
Yes, you're right. I think Golden State wins 4-0. I'm going to go ahead and say, and I have no basis for this other than it would just be ridiculous if all 3 teams won 4-0. I think Milwaukee's going to beat Chicago this next game because that's the only chance a 3-0 team is going to lose a game here.
Makes sense.
Watch, they're the only ones that do it and the other 2 teams lose.
All right. So, we're moving on to hockey now. We're switching gears.
Deal.
We need to get through this so we can do a decent amount of shenanigans tonight. I want to do some shenanigans, dude.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
We've already been going for an hour. I'm ready.
Yeah. Alright, so, what do we know? Oh, damn it, dude. I forgot to pull up standings.
Red Wings lost today. I'm pissed off about that.
Okay, well, actually, no. We don't need standings because we actually have the result of every game. So, that's okay. So, alright, let's see here. We have Winnipeg. Alright, Winnipeg already lost their series. They went 0-4 against the Anaheim Ducks, who I thought... it was the Nashville Predators that I thought looked like they were falling off. But what we're seeing is that the number 1 teams are not budging at all. Even though Ottawa did get a win, I don't know. They might have lost the series by now because I think they might have played tonight. But Ottawa goes down 0-3 in the series against Montreal Canadiens, and so they're not fucking around. They actually got one back, but it looks like the Montreal Canadiens, who I think actually might be the best team in hockey right now, are they're not fucking around right now. The Anaheim Ducks just clearly ahead of the Winnipeg Jets, who looked like a decent team coming in. But now we know they can't stand toe-to-toe with Anaheim, and they probably couldn't stand toe-to-toe with any number one team, because I would rate Anaheim among the middle of number one ranked teams for their region. Now, Minnesota's actually winning their series against St. Louis, if I remember correctly. I think they were up 2-1 last time I checked. So they won the first game. Montreal, yep. OT loss for Ottawa, sad day, by 1. Obviously. Okay, so the Washington Capitals, New York Islanders. This is probably the best or like most competitive series going on in the playoffs right now. I don't remember the seeding. I think the
middle of the pack.
I think New York Islanders were number 2 seed for a region, and Washington was number 3 seed for a region. But Washington Capitals have like a huge amount of prestige in the playoffs alone, and so do the Islanders. Actually, will you grab me a beer?
Yes, I can.
So I think this series is 2-2 right now. I could be wrong. I know it's not more than one game lead for either team, but yeah, and all the games have been really close. This is the series. If it's not already done, I don't think it's done yet. Try to catch the Islanders and the Washington Capitals, because their games have been very competitive. Now, going on, Calgary and Vancouver. This is an interesting one, because this is like an upset series. Because coming into it, it was looking... Okay, well, Calgary was seeded number 3. Vancouver was seeded number 2. And Calgary comes in and immediately upsets them. In this game, they lose. But in the next game, they win. So they're up 2-1. They're the underdogs by a little bit. I would say that coming in, Calgary actually looked like a bit of a better team than Vancouver. I don't know how the series has progressed. We'll see in a sec. So moving on, Chicago, Nashville. Chicago, I think, is winning the series. No, it's 2 or 3-1 in Chicago's favor. So clearly a lower ranked team. But I called this in the first place. I said Nashville, actually, with the record that they had, I knew that they weren't looking as strong as their actual position was. They were front running for most of the season, and they started to fall off a bit in the end. So I kind of had a feeling that whoever they went against, and of course they go against the Blackhawks, which actually are seeming like a pretty damn solid team right now. So you have to respect them, and maybe they'll turn it around and get the win in the series. But regardless, Chicago is showing that Nashville has quite a bit of weakness right now overall. Now, St. Louis and Minnesota. Okay, this is the crazy one, because I thought that St. Louis looked like the strongest team coming in. Now I'm starting to think it's Montreal Canadiens, but coming in, with the records and all that stuff, and like the scores of the games, I thought St. Louis was going to just whoop up on people.
That's wishful thinking. The Red Wings are going to recover from this battle that they're in right now, and they're going to whoop some ass.
No, you're thinking of Tampa Bay. You're thinking of our team. Okay. St. Louis is against Minnesota. So, in that case, the fact that Minnesota's winning the series, coming in as a wild card, is awesome. Because they have like this sick-ass goalie. They have this sick-ass goalie that's just like getting work done for them. Look, St. Louis, number 1 seeded team in their region, fucking scores 1 point in a game in the playoffs. And they scored 4. And then Winnipeg loses to Anaheim again. Okay, Winnipeg's already I don't need to talk about them anymore. Pittsburgh, New York Rangers. What? New York Rangers should dominate the series. Pittsburgh got a game here. But New York Rangers, just seeming like a more rounded team. Sidney Crosby, unless he comes up really huge in the last couple games, they're going to get eliminated. Caps and Islanders. Islanders won again. I think Islanders actually lead the series 3-2 or 3-1 right now. So, but it's been like super close every single fucking game. All right, let's see. Nashville, Chicago. Nashville lose again. I think that series is 3-1. I'm not sure.
Hey,
I have to
that later.
I'd have to check again.
Please.
It like bounced the wrong way.
That was the weakest toss I've ever
Like
seen.
if that was a
Thank you.
if that was a frolf throw, that's totally what would have happened. Like it would have just like not even come close to landing near you, and then rolled the opposite way.
Whoa.
Asshole. Alright.
I hope they could see that. I hope you caught that in the camera.
I don't think the frame.
I tried to throw it through the frame, but
Yeah, I don't think the frame rate's very good on this camera. So anyway.
Did that hit you in the head?
No, it like skimmed past my hair.
yeah. I wasn't actually trying to hit you with it. I was just trying to get it through the frame, like in front of you, and make look good.
Look how tiny I made Christopher. Lol. What a noob.
You know what they say about guys with tiny frames?
What do you mean?
No, Chris. What do they say?
Tiny hats.
You know, tiny frame could mean like, you know, body actual like composition. Just saying.
Oh, I
So
didn't
tiny
think about
frame, big gigantic penis. Like me. What do you know? Anyway.
that. Yeah.
Alright.
Balancing
Anyways.
me out when I run. Yeah.
Alright. Rangers. Okay. Yep. They lose. Okay. Minnesota wins 3-0 here. Let's see. Do they have another game? Okay. Wow. Holy fuck. They go from winning 3-0 to losing 6-1. So that means this series is tied 2-2. I believe. 2-2 or 3-2 in Minnesota's favor. But damn. Like, that one's actually shaping up to be a really good series. So if there's still games to go, which I don't know because I don't have the fucking thing sitting in front of me, watch Minnesota St. Louis. Watch New York Islanders and Capitals. Watch... No, what? Let's see. Oh, Dude! Oh yeah, that was the game that they won. Never mind. Ottawa won. I thought Ottawa won today. I'm like about to freak out.
Alright, so which one were you worried about? That you were wondering who was up?
Oh, Minnesota Wild and St. Louis Blues.
Minnesota St. Louis?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
I saw one of those games actually the other day, or part of it. It was a good game.
Neither played today, but the way it sits... Oh. When I look at today's, it tells you what their stats
Is it 2-2?
are. Whatever.
Oh, man. Washington Capitals came and gave a butt whooping to the New York Islanders yesterday. Holy shit.
But the series is tied 2-2, you're right.
Okay. I think this series is tied 2 then. As New York Islanders, Washington Capitals. Is it 2-2? Dude, there's a couple of really good series going on in hockey right now. Oh, man. New York Rangers are going to fucking destroy...
3-2. Capitals lead 3-2. They played today.
Okay. They just played today? Okay.
Yeah. So
this doesn't have that in there.
And yes, they won 5-1 today.
Alright, so Anaheim stomped their series. Oh, dude, I hope Minnesota upsets. That would be cool. That'd be cool as fuck. I hope Chicago wins their series. I hope fucking... let's see. Tampa Bay, Detroit.
Yeah, right now the Blackhawks
What's
are up
Tampa Bay,
3-2.
Detroit looking like right now?
Tied 2-2.
2-2? Okay.
Yep.
Damn, dude, there's so many good series going on in
Tampa
hockey.
Bay won today.
Turn on a fucking
3-2.
hockey game, you lazy
Hey,
non-Canadians.
I walked in the house today and the hockey game was on, but I was busy. I had shit to do. I had to come bullshit with you and make it take longer to get podcast set up.
I watched hockey game at the bar.
Yeah, we started talking about AD Malzahar builds and like how to play him out.
That's funny.
Yeah, I told Zach the other day about the page or about that.
All right, hang on. Don't talk about nerdy shit right now.
Sorry.
Okay, we will be right back. We're gonna go on a quick break, play a bit of a video, and yes, we will see you guys in about 5 minutes.
Thanks for listening.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Shenanigans coming up. Everyone's favorite part of the show. So fuck yeah. All right, go ahead.
Actually.
Alright, what's up, everybody?
That was up for Adam Samuelson, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they could hear it or whatever. Alright, thank you very much, Max Logic, for allowing us to use your music so that we don't have to have silent breaks anymore. Alright, let's see here. We need our fucking cameras. Alright.
Oh. There's me! I see me! Woohoo! Woo! Set to go.
Okay, so we're moving on to Shenanigans. So the first video we have is of you know how we always do videos where cops are like fucking gunning people down?
Yeah, because they're fucking
mindlessly. It's like, it's a black person. My training protocol is that we shoot before we ask questions or whatever, you know, like all that shit. We have a story of possibly a good cop. So let's see what happens here.
Good cop.
Okay, and I don't know why, but this video that I ripped has like random computer graphics animations of shit. I don't know what they're thinking, but anyways.
Ohio cop refuses to shoot murder suspect in body camera footage. Tense footage from a cop's body camera shows the moment Officer Jesse Kidder refused to shoot a double murder suspect.
Stop! Stop right there! I don't want to shoot you, man! I don't want to shoot you!
Sorry.
The suspect in the video is Michael Wilcox, a 27-year-old white man from Ohio. Michael stands accused of murdering his fiancée in Brown County, Ohio, and his best friend in Ellesmere, Kentucky. On Thursday, New Richmond police chased Michael through several counties.
They probably fucked. I'm guessing they fucked.
That's what I'm gonna guess too.
Along the Ohio-Kentucky border. Suddenly, Michael stopped his
be
car
cool, man.
with
This is reminding me of Grand Theft Auto right now. I like one of the old Grand Theft Auto games. Guy gets out of his car, he's like doing these ridiculous.
Look, man, like
Jesse close behind. The suspect got out and ran at Jesse. What happened next was all captured on the rookie officer's body camera.
Don't do it, man! Shoot you! Shoot you!
Jesse refused to shoot Michael even when he fell to the ground.
Do that! Back up!
He eventually got Michael on the ground and detained him until backup arrived at the scene. Local media reports have praised Jesse for showing restraint, especially because he's been with the department for just 1 year.
Alright, so what do you guys think?
I think they should keep him.
Yeah.
I think that is
Look at this Popeye
a good fucking cop right there.
Yeah,
the guy wasn't armed. He was coming at him and threatening, but as soon as he started getting close, even when he fell down, he didn't jump on him. He didn't start trying to like really attack him. He stayed a little ways away. If he'd gotten really close and he needed to, I bet the officer would have shot him, and I wouldn't have blamed him for that.
It seemed like this guy was going for a suicide by cop kind of thing.
That's what it seemed like, but he didn't really want to do it, you know, and it was like eventually he finally gave up and laid down. So good for the officer for not doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
you know what's
that
crazy?
is the kind of thing that I wish was more national news. What pisses me off is like that kind of stuff doesn't ever get shown.
Yeah.
Because I bet there's probably more of that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing they need to start showing instead of this fucking horrible shit from the bad cops. But those ones that they see, those guys need to get penalized instead of being praised.
And yeah, well, or getting like fucking paid vacation, and then like instead of people being like, "Oh, when's this guy going to jail?" It's like, "When does he get his sensitivity training?" Or like, come on. But no, what I think is super crazy is the fact that this guy like has. Okay, so I did a little bit of research, and this guy has a body cam or whatever. You know, like Obama was trying to be like, "Oh, they need to wear body cams or whatever." He has one, but it's not mandated, and he bought it for himself. Now, what does that say? That says because sometimes when police make their arrests or whatever, people are going to come at them with these false accusations of, "Oh, I was being abused by the cop or whatever." But like a lot of times these cameras can like protect the cops. And in this situation, even if he shot the guy, I don't think this would be a situation where people would be like, "Oh yeah, he was totally fucking in the wrong here," because the guy was coming at him with his hands in his pockets like he was about to pull out a gun or something. and obviously being a lot more threatening than what we see cops shooting people for, like, much less than that on average, or not on average, but like in a lot of these big news stories, we see cops like killing people from a lot less provocation than this. And I don't even know if this guy gets convicted if he does shoot this guy in this situation, because this was a pretty intense situation compared to what we've seen as far as like threat to the cop or immediate danger to the cop's life. I don't like, in this case, the button cam would have protected this guy.
For sure, and that's awesome, and
and it speaks a lot about his character that he wants, like, he's voluntarily wearing a camera, like, I'm gonna prove that I'm doing my job correctly,
Hell yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Maybe make it voluntary, because in these kind of situations, it's awesome, and hopefully there'll be at least good cops around when maybe some asshole cop tries to do something that's bullshit and something will happen. Because there are those situations. I know there are those situations where there are not good cops out there.
Sure.
Or
there's cops that did their job but like still get fucking in trouble because like people will be like, they were it was excessive use of force, even if maybe it wasn't.
And I know there's definitely some of that too, for sure. And so that right there, that you're right. I wouldn't. In a couple of those situations, like when you fell to the ground, if the guy... See, and I don't know, I try and put myself in people's shoes, and like of course I wasn't there, I don't know, I can't say for sure, I can say, I know how it feels, but I'm always been pretty good at that, and like, I don't know if I'd have shot the guy right away, but like, when I fell down, if he'd have tried to like, come at me, like, even if he
he was
really
still
close,
running at the guy.
Like, if he was gonna, like, jump on me, I'd have shot him.
Yeah.
And he fell down and like, was ready to, but didn't shoot the guy because he didn't really just jump on him, and so it's like, but I wouldn't even blame him necessarily when he fell down if the guy got real close to him. If he shot him, not at all.
No,
and that's awesome. That's
and this situation,
that's so
like,
good for that cop.
Yeah, this guy needs to get fucking employee of the month. He needs to get like employee of the month or something after this, Anyways, that's about it for that one. But we have an example. Like, I'm sure people that have watched the show are like, oh, you just hate on cops. Like, you don't fucking think they even have any way to, uphold the law. You basically want them to be a bunch of pussies, like, walking around whining at people like, please don't speed on our roads. We work really hard to make sure you're safe.
But no, be like this guy.
I mean,
awesome.
I would even say this guy was overly cautious, or like, extra nice to this guy, because he could have fucking shot him dead. And I don't think that he would have gotten convicted or fired or whatever,
I don't think so either. I think he held restraint for a long time, longer than even, like, I wouldn't have blamed him if he shot the guy necessarily either.
That shows good decision making.
But that shows really good decision. I don't think he would have hesitated if the guy got, because like, you look at it, I mean, and certain points, even in the real video, not the stupid animation, but like, he gets pretty close to him, and like, to the point where it's like, I almost would have shot him right there. Like,
at least shot him in the leg or something.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here. He starts like booking it at the cop.
Cause like, he's coming at him.
Jesse refused to shoot Michael
backwards.
even when he fell to
this
the
looks
ground.
like. I mean, why did they got to put like the fucking Silent Hill shit?
But see, like,
like that.
but
Like
look,
at that point
falls,
when
he
He
falls,
eventually
he doesn't
got
jump
Michael
on
on the
him, though.
ground
He's just standing
and
there
detained.
still.
it's pretty
Like,
clear
he had his
what this guy wanted.
opportunity. Yeah.
This guy wanted to be put out of his misery because he knew he had to put up with the fact that he murdered his girlfriend or wife or whatever and his best friend for the rest of his life, and he just wanted to be like put out of his misery because he probably didn't have the stones to, do it himself. But like, that's a pretty abysmal thing to do. Like, you hear about people like jumping in front of trucks and stuff like that. Like, dude, it's almost like, I wouldn't say it's worse, but it's almost as bad as like committing a murder yourself to force murder on somebody else. Right. Like, that's gonna be pretty fucking horrifying for them forever. It's gonna probably make their life a lot harder than it needed to be. Anyways, all right, we'll move on from this story. But yeah, good cop. I don't remember your name, but like, you're a fucking baller.
Good cop, bad cop.
Oh, what the? Hold on, we're not watching that shit again. Don't worry. Alright, next video. I've been having a bit of like issues here.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Ever get so?
Oh, this is that bitch that we love from CNN that did the kangaroos story and shit. Anyway, yeah, let's see what she has to say.
mad at your computer. You wish you could clobber it? Well, a Colorado Springs man...
I've never done that. I've actually felt really annoyed at my computer to the point where I would just like have a visual of myself just like punching the screen in because it won't do what I want. But
Dragon Punch.
anyways, so this is a story about a guy who did something pretty bizarre to his computer because he got upset with it.
Took it a step further
Hey guys, there's gunshots right over here. I wouldn't go that way.
and ended up being the subject of 911 calls.
And what type of weapon is involved?
Your gun.
A 9mm pistol. As police put it, man executes his computer in alley behind his home.
Wait. He executed. That sounds like it had a life, you know, like it.
Okay, so regardless of how ridiculous that headline is, well, from what she just said, what it makes me think is that he had the presence of mind to be pissed off at his computer enough, unplug it, take it out to the freaking alley, throw it out there, pull out his gun, and unload it on the computer in the alley.
To a safe distance.
I'm just trying to think of
That is one fucking enraged person. To just be like, "Ugh, fucking computer! Ugh!" Get back there, like, unplug the cords. Go, dude, fucking computer. It's ridiculous. Fucking rip that thing out, walk out to the alley, throw that bitch out there, get your gun, and just,
just unload.
Throw that shit on the ground and it falls over and you get even more pissed off. And you can pick it back up again.
and then take it back inside and see if it'll work.
And you like walk away and you say to your assistant, send his wife a bouquet of flowers or something like that. Executioner stuff. No, but I wanna know like what made him so fucking angry at his computer. Like he realized that he ran out of free Pornhub views for the day. Like he's just like, fuck you, I didn't come yet.
No, he was playing League of Legends and got disconnected.
Oh yeah, it probably
at the end
was.
of an
It
ARAM.
was probably he was playing video games.
Oh, that was bullshit.
That was, yeah.
No, he was playing COD and got killed for the 100th time. No!
It's like, it's your fault, computer. You're the one that's shitty at video games. Pow, pow, pow.
6 or 7 shots coming from an alleyway.
37-year-old Lucas Hinch shot
It actually looks like a not half bad computer, to be honest.
his Dell computer.
Dude, he had a Dell.
Adele, I set fire to the rain. Watch it pour as I...
He fucking shot that thing 8 times.
He was just like, it's worth it. Make sure it's dead.
I'm gonna get in trouble the same amount if I fire 2 shots or 8. May as well shoot all 8.
Now the question is, does it still work?
Wouldn't you get a little more satisfaction, like smashing it up with a sledgehammer or something like that, than just like...
Maybe it's only 7. I don't know. Look at that one in the E right there. That one. That one's a little out of shape, maybe, but...
Yeah.
It's either 7 or 8. It looks like 8, but I don't know about that one in the E.
Well, in that very bottom one, that almost looks like 2 went in the same hole.
I suppose that could be, too.
Because he was fed up with...
Or just came in. Anyway.
Go.
Fighting it the last several months. He said he didn't expect to attract the...
He was fighting his computer for the last several months. Maybe they were actually, you know, he'd like put on some boxing gloves, put on some Rocky music, and just like he just got sick of getting like, you know, his computer would eventually win. Like he'd get tired and then tap out. You know, he got tired of losing to his computer in fights.
He's fighting with his computer. He was sleeping on the. Look at him. Look how comfortable he's on that couch. He's been sleeping
He's like,
there for 3
yeah,
days.
you know, I fucking took a gun and just blew my fucking motherboard away. Whatever. Not a big deal.
Isn't that what everybody would do?
The police.
And I thought that my actions weren't even going to be questioned by anybody.
Hinch.
What the fuck? Wait, no, that's pretty normal, right? People just shoot their computers all the time, and from where I come from,
I did that last week.
doesn't properly load, you know, your video games, you just fucking shoot it. Who knows? Like, that's totally normal.
I got a gun like Dirty Harry, but Hunter S. Thompson, he's my hero.
Told the Los Angeles Times he has no regrets. It was glorious. Angels sung on high.
He's just playing like a Beethoven symphony, like on some headphones. Da 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 da. Like slow-mo. That'd be awesome.
Even if he did get a summons for
It kind of reminds me of that scene from Office Space where they like take all the office.
The printer. They take.
The printer.
Fucking,
The fax machine.
Yeah. And they just like fucking beat
I wanted
the
to
shit
do
out
that
of
to
it.
ours at work so many times.
Fucking PC load letter. What the fuck does that mean? Like.
What do you mean replace the paper? I just fucking put paper in it. Fuck you. Print, goddammit.
Yeah. I love that movie. But yeah, they take
The
it out
firearm.
and just beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
As for the victim's final moments, the Dell kept giving Hinch what he called the blue screen of death before he finally put it out of its misery. The killer did take some criticism.
Did you see what the blue screen said?
No.
So I'm pretty sure. Okay. Manually initiated crash. That's like the only way you can get a blue screen to come up and then get the screenshot. Because normally it's there for like a second and no one ever has time to like pull out a camera and actually take a picture to figure out what's going wrong.
I tried doing that.
You have to go into like a program in your computer to find out why your computer crashed.
Or download something. And I tried taking a screenshot of my blue screen like 2 days ago. I was just like doing it.
Out of focus a little bit. Damn it!
Yep.
The killer did take some criticism, mostly for his lousy shooting. His shots are all over the place. You can tell he was in emotional distress. We haven't seen a premeditated murder like this since a North Carolina dad became enraged by his daughter's profane posting on Facebook. He let her laptop have it.
This right here is my 45. That was the first round.
The murder of the Dell
That's one way to deal with your angsty teens' Facebook profanity. Just shoot their computer full of holes.
Day later.
Anyway, alright. Next video. What is this? Oh, okay. I remember what this is. So basically, there was a guy who was on death row for about 30 years that just recently got freed about a week and a half ago or something like that. And so, yeah, this is about him.
After almost 30 years on death row, an innocent man finally walks free. Anthony Hinton was...
I'd be fucking angry. I'm sorry. I would be pissed the fuck off. Yeah, I'd be happy that I got out of jail eventually, but... I mean, goddamn, dude. The whole time you have to, like, live with the fact that you are totally innocent and you just have to go to jail anyway.
Yeah, you didn't do it, but you're getting...
I'm not going to say it's a problem with the justice system or whatever, but, like, that really fucking sucks for this guy.
Bad luck. Yeah.
Greeted by 30 well-wishers as he left Jefferson County Jail in Alabama.
Yeah, some people hit the lottery.
He'd been convicted of...
I go to jail for 30 years for nothing.
Yeah, some people hit the lottery, some people hit the shit show of life.
Murdering 2 restaurant managers in Birmingham in 1985. But he's now a free man after the U.S. Supreme Court threw out the conviction last year. The 59-year-old spoke of his relief at finally having his life back.
The sun do shine. 30 years ago, prosecution seemed deemed to take my life from me. They just didn't take me from my...
He's black. He must be guilty. Just saying.
Family, friends, they had every intention of executing me for something I didn't do. But for all y'all that's snapping the cameras, I want you to know there is a God.
It was decided that Hinton would not face a retrial after experts failed to determine that crime scene bullets were fired from the gun found at his house. The bullets were the only evidence that linked Mr. Hinton to the murders. The Equal Justice Initiative picked up his case in 1998, trying for more than a decade to get the bullets retested. Mr. Hinton expressed his frustration at sitting on death row for nearly 30 years.
All of us that say that we believe in justice, this is the case to start showing. Because I shouldn't have sit on death row 30 years. All they had to do was test the gun. But when you think you're high and mighty and you're above the law, You don't have to answer to nobody. But I got news for you. Everybody that played a part in sending me to death row, you will answer to God.
Lawyer Brian Stevenson revealed.
Hold on, what the fuck? Okay.
He just
said
that's a threat, dude. Like, my guy will kick your ass.
Yeah, he's like, they should answer God. And my, like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking more along the lines of, you should have to answer right now. Like, the people that disregarded, like, certain evidence in this case, or, like, you know, basically, this guy went to jail for 30 years because of the actions of these people. They shouldn't have to wait until they deal with God and he judges them. They should have to fucking deal with that, like, some sort of consequence right now for, like, that negligence. And they basically, like, took the prime of this guy's life away. He's 59. He went to jail for 30 years. It took away, like, the like, prime of his life. He was probably just getting his shit together at age 29, you know? And now, then, like, all of that was taken away from him. Because he had, like, the same kind of bullets that were used in the murder. Which, they could have been bought, like, you know, like, that's not enough evidence to convict somebody for 30 years.
Like, I'm my cousin Vinny. Oh, so the tire marks were made by the most commonly sold tire in America.
Therefore, you're guilty.
Size.
Yeah, I mean, that's not good enough. That is not good enough to be, like, guilty. And then there was the secret, you know, like, scratch off the little, like, filmy surface. And then you realize, oh, he's an African American. Automatically a 20% more chance of being guilty. Aw, yeah.
That his client spent...
Not aw, yeah. I mean, that's terrible. I said that wrong.
Most of the time in a solitary death row cell. He blamed the length of time it took to free him on prosecutorial misconduct and the indifference of judges. In throwing out his conviction, the U.S. Supreme Court agreed that he had been inadequately represented at trial. Hinton's mother died while he was in jail, and the former day laborer has no other family in the area. He now plans to stay with a childhood friend as he tries to rebuild his life.
I feel bad for that man.
I do too.
Oh, we got a little bit of a lighthearted thing. This is parking fails, so we get to react to some parking mishaps up in this piece. Which, as we all know, I mean, that doesn't look like very good parking already, and that's not even the fail. But yeah, it's seems... God damn it, there's a bug in here. That seems like it's something that I've never found super difficult, parking vehicles, but apparently it's just a task.
Some people have trouble with it.
Yeah. I mean, in people that I love dearly, you know, I feel like they don't know shit about how to park a car, but, you know, you live with it.
Did you say her car?
A car. I didn't say her car.
Did you mean her car?
Hey, let's not bring sex. Let's not bring gender into this.
You know what? I am a sexist motherfucker only in the case of what gender you are behind the wheel. Yeah.
Alright, well, that's fine. That you can have that bias. I find it to be... I find myself to be surprised when it's proven wrong personally as well.
How women get an automatic discount in insurance, it boggles my fucking mind.
I'll explain it to you later, Chris. I've actually figured out the numbers and I know why.
I've got my own theories too, but
do men speed more or something like that?
No, just let's watch.
Alright. Well, we'll say that.
We can go for a little while. I know what Zach's thinking. He knows what I'm thinking.
Don't kill her.
Oh my god! That was... Why was that your reaction? Step on the gas, because I just ran my friend over and ram into the car behind me. Dude, what the fuck was that person thinking? Alright. Oh, this is the one that we and Chris saw earlier. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? This doesn't even seem possible. This guy's got a neck brace. He was clearly in a car accident recently. And now his fucking car is like propped up on this post. I don't know how that happened.
Damn it, what's going on with it, man? My wife has got my number by her friend back in the apartment.
Holy shit.
Oh
Maybe that car doesn't have a brake pedal.
Which was
it was the you know the 1998 Isuzu.
No, it was,
that just completely.
Which was the gas pedal.
Yeah, they were like, well, we don't need that. That just wastes gas mileage. You know, we want to boast high gas mileage, so we got to get rid of the brake pedal.
It's the guys from Cannonball Run.
Oh my god.
It wasn't over yet. But wait, there's more.
Just speeds into the back of that guy over there.
How the hell did this happen?
He's like, what? Everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, get your shit together.
That's terrible.
What?
This is real time.
Wait, do they think they're not backed out far enough to pull away yet? I don't get it.
Slow mo.
Oh, are they gonna hit that guy?
Oh no. 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 No.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What? What? They did that wrong from the get-go. They were like turning the wheel the complete wrong way.
What the fuck?
That sucked so much.
He's teaching his son how to drive. You know what?
He's like, son. Damn it, son. This is the 4th time this week.
Did you see that the front end was already fucked up?
Yeah.
Back it up. The video of that car, the front end of that car is already fucked up. Look at that. Look at the hood. Look at this. Look at the space between it. You can clearly see it already.
He's already like hit that car once. This is the 2nd time. This is round 2. I love how this guy's walking by, like, so he gets to witness all of this firsthand, like, oh, that guy's he's just gonna pull up to the right and go this way.
Is that a chick?
He's like, oh, that's totally normal. One bam.
Son. For crying out loud, you're driving like your mother.
Oh my god. Oh, it's not over. Oh, it is over.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice car to hit, too.
Oh, here's my blind spot. What the fuck? Run away.
He even hit something else off camera.
Как я вовремя оттуда уехал.
Oh shit! Motherfucker!
Fucking guy backed into both of them.
What's up with the music here? Porno music.
Do that sexy.
This almost reminds me of like.
Whoa! Whoa, bitch! You need to control your car.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hold my beer, I got this.
Oh, what is he revving the fuck out of that engine, too?
Nice.
He's like, yeah, this is good enough. I'm not hanging out too much. He's zooming.
It's a woman.
Look at this bitch. She's like, fuck it, I'm not going to work today.
Just doesn't even turn the wheel.
Well, that's better than what
Hey, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm getting good at this.
Oh, well, that parking job by the other guys wasn't that great either. This person's about
this
to...
guy's...
Yeah.
There you go.
How old do you think she is?
Is it honking at the motorcycle? Nobody's gonna be able to move.
I just ruined my parking spot.
What's all over the road?
Leaves.
Oh.
Well, that's if it's bananas.
Spot.
You can make it if you go now.
Oh, hit the car.
No.
Oh! Oh, he saved it. He's... Oh, no!
Oh, God.
forgot to get out of reverse. He forgot to get out of reverse. Oh, damn.
Oh.
He's like, oh, wait, I want to go all the way. Like, I don't like to walk very far.
Ooh. No.
Oh, my hands are so greasy from this pizza I just ate.
That was an excessive sound effect.
That was exaggerated big time. Yep, it's a woman.
You gotta turn it into a gender thing, don't you?
No, I'm just...
Wow, thanks, asshole! What the fuck? This is like a realistic one, too. This isn't even like super out of the ordinary. It's just some guy's like, hey, let's make it so this person can't get in their car. Oh, they can't get out either. Dumbass.
It's a dude.
He's like, no, my car rolled down a hill.
My insurance company.
Oh, this is in fast motion, dude.
What are you standing there?
Oh, this is just like he's trying to like
What?
give driving instructions.
Dude, just tell your mom to get out of the car and get in there and do it.
Oh my god. Look at this guy.
Looks like everybody's fucking this one up.
Look at him. Look how he parked.
He doesn't care.
Dude, actually, that wasn't even that bad. To be honest, like,
yeah, the other car was.
Look if he parked in the lines there.
No, look at where the other car was parked.
Yeah.
Like if he parked in the lines there, he would have been like awkwardly making it hard for everyone else to park.
Yeah, look at that car. Like he parked like perfect with that car. Like if it was.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That was.
Look at him. Look how he parked.
Look how he parked. Oh, what a fucking idiot. Haha, bloke.
Yeah, he parks better than your girlfriend.
Oh, later. Whoa, you weren't happy with the last one? Oh, what are you doing now? What the fuck? No, you fucked yourself now. You've seriously fucked yourself.
What the fuck is wrong with this person?
You fucked it up, dude. Alright, more porn music. Oh, what the fuck? That doesn't even seem possible.
Don't try it, dude. Don't try it.
Alright, let's see what that was. 11. We'll do one more video and we'll call it. That's enough parking failures. God, dude. The human race sometimes. You swear to God. It can't get any worse. Alright, what is this one?
That humanity.
Look at the videos we got left here.
Well, new at 5, one of the Bay Area's biggest affordable...
Oh, okay, this is a good one. So, George Lucas. Okay, so about 2 or 3 years ago, he had a bit of a dispute with one of his, like, elite Hollywood neighbors because he wanted to put a production studio up on his property. And they, like, disputed it, and he ended up not doing it. But now he's doing something different with the property that he owns. He owns, like, a big chunk of property up in Beverly Hills, basically, and so this is what he's doing instead, since they protested him putting a movie studio up there.
Affordable housing projects could be coming to a place where it might be least expected and most opposed. And it's none other than George Lucas offering up his own property in West Marin County off Lucas Valley Road, southwest of Novato. And
Never mind, I got the location wrong. But it's a very rich neighborhood. And he's basically putting up some affordable housing. So, let's find out.
Here tells us he's paying for it all in what may be a clever case of payback. Phil?
That's right. You know, George Lucas is known for his movies, but he's also an avid builder here in Marin County. As a matter of fact, he built this park here in San Anselmo. But this next project he's got in mind for West Marin is a real blockbuster. Let's look at the story. This is something right out of the movies. This is. 3 years ago, Star Wars creator George Lucas ran into a buzzsaw of opposition from his wealthy rural Marin neighbors when he tried to expand his Skywalker Ranch studio.
He said, we got enough millionaires here, housing for millionaires here. but we need some housing for regular working people.
And now he's delivering with a planned community of 224 homes to be built on his own land, right where the neighbors said no to his film studio.
George Lucas said, if I'm not going to do what I wanted to do there, what can I do that would really be beneficial to this community?
And
what can I do that would be beneficial to this community? So you know,
off.
there's around a bunch of fucking obviously rich ass, like, you know, entrepreneurs, whatever, like wealthy businessmen and the like. So his revenge, because they're like, no, you can't build your film studio here. And he's like, fine, then I'm gonna put a fucking ghetto in your neighborhood. Take that.
It's probably not even gonna be a ghetto at all. It'll probably still be nice housing, but it'll be like way more affordable than
Right. Kind of like we talked about it the other day. Those apartments over by Handshoe, that like apartment complex. It's like
that are pretty nice actually.
Yeah, it's low income housing or whatever, and they're not bad. I've been in them before. Sierra's sister lives in one, and yeah, I mean they're not bad, and it doesn't seem like
my
there's a
ex is
horrible.
about to move into there like this next month. Like she's like a week away from moving in.
Yep.
Yeah, and she's super excited about it.
Yeah,
I don't blame her.
Yeah, she works
Nice
there.
places.
They have garages and everything.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
I was like, Dad, there are two bathrooms.
That is friggin' hilarious.
Regardless, the rich are like the millionaires. Like, you're bringing the riffraff in, George. What are you thinking? Why would you want to live near those inhuman cretins? You know, like he's just like, fuck you, bitch. I wanted to put a film studio there. Now you got to live with poor people.
Get this. Lucas says
By
he
the way,
will
I
pay
only live
for
here 3 weeks a year.
So, peace, nigga.
it all by himself. So he'll get to pick even who lives there.
Teachers, seniors, retirees, others who serve and support our community.
Employees of the City of Santa Fe Police Department, or employees of the County of Marin teachers.
Still, Lucas always hasn't had luck when it comes to his gifts. His plan to build a $700 million museum at San Francisco's Presidio fell flat with the park's trustees, and his bid to build it in Chicago is hitting rough waters as well. But this one could be different.
By the time we have hearings, we should have quite a gallery of supporters, like teachers and cops and firemen, saying, I want my house.
So the neighbors really wouldn't have too much of a say in this.
Well, this is Marin County. The neighbors will always have a say, and they should.
We looking at a bit of payback here?
You know, one could take it that way.
Like, what legitimate dispute could they even possibly have? Like, what could be the dispute? Oh, there's going to be more people living. Because if they're like, oh, there's going to be the riffraff and shit, like, that makes them seem like pretentious assholes. I don't think that would, like, you know, I don't think that would fly from their neighborhood code. Like, what is part of their neighborhood code? You have to make at least $750,000 per year net gain, or like net income to live in this neighborhood. Like, that's an unreal expectation for your neighbors. I mean, even if you are part of one of those, you know how like Kempton Hills has like, they have like certain rules that everybody has to follow. I don't think one of them is like, you have to make over blank amount of money to live here, you know?
No, it'll be like you have to have this many trees on your lawn, or
yeah.
Your driveway has to curve at this angle
for
this amount of time, or...
it just cracks me up that this is gonna piss the fucking neighborhood off. Like, that they have to live with a bunch of, you know, human scum, as they consider them, I'm sure. Like, that's just so awesome. That is a good that's like a good revenge prank. That's almost as good as the one you had on that chick from earlier.
Yeah. Which was an awesome Shenanigans story, by the way.
But anyway. Alright, well, I think that's about done for that story. And that is the last video we are going to do tonight. Thank you guys for watching the Sports Shenanigans podcast. We will probably not be back next 2 weeks from now, which would be our normal podcasting thing. But if we get a chance to, I'll try to let you guys know a day in advance if you want to watch. But yeah, other than that, we'll do some gaming videos. I'll put them up on the channel. Usually the gaming videos actually get a bit more, well, not always. Actually, the podcast nets more views overall, like on average, but like the gaming videos that I upload get more views in general. Like on average, podcast gets more, gaming gets more overall.
I see.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm actually looking forward to podcasting some N64 games. That'll be a lot of fun.
That will be fun. I'm down for that.
Anyway, we'll get drunk one of these weekends and play some N64. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed our terrible commentary on the NBA and NHL and about Asian cuisine, apparently. Anyway, see you guys.